All right. I said I wasn't going to highlight a bunch here, but now I've got 3 plays in the first 3 minutes of the game. So at some point, I got to let the tape run, but we'll, I'll worry about that later. This is an example of what I've talked about at points through the year, that this isn't all just about the offensive line having problems. Watch Deion Burks out here. Another man-to-man situation. I highlighted Javonte Gibson doing a nice job earlier. This isn't great. He kind of long arms him and lets his feet, and like he just gets still. Look at him. He's just standing there. He's just waiting for the guy to be blocked. Right there. He's doing an okay job to this point, and then he just stops. And I've got to think that he is coached to do all he can to turn the guy in this way, so that Blaylock can bounce and have the edge if that's what he chooses to do. But look at the O-line here, guys. They do it. Carson Kent doesn't do a bad job. The guy I want to highlight, and I said something on the board just a second ago, like, oh, it's not a big enough play, I'm not going to look at it. And then I saw Burks' block and what's available here, and I kind of decided I had to. Watch Michael Fasusi come off the ball right here. Bam. Great initial contact. Now, again, Mike's got to get bigger and stronger and handle that, but that's a big old SEC defensive tackle there that he gets the best punch to. I mean, that's fantastic. Look, he's on the defensive tackle before most of the lines even made contact. That's really strong. Now, look at Carson Kent right here. Nice block as well. Keeps that defensive end busy. That's Brian Thomas, guys. And Carson Kent's doing enough. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I thought that was him. That's 12. I don't even know who that is. That's not even Umi Zulu, I don't think. Anyway, doesn't matter. Carson Kent does a nice job on the play side end there. And, the play really just gets blown up because Deion Burks misses a block. Now, and again, watch. We haven't even really gotten to the – so Michael is going to come pick up the linebacker there. Blaylock sees it, he can bounce. If Deion's this side where he's supposed to be, I just don't have any doubt that's what he's supposed to be doing. Look, it's going to be Torrey Blaylock and the safety right about here, one-on-one. Nobody else is making that play. But because Burks lets him get blocked, yeah, you can tell, somebody right there, Burks says, they say something to him like, and he's, I did this or did that or whatever, but, he knows it was his bad. So and again, it's not like egregious. It wasn't like, lack of effort. He just doesn't finish the block like he needs to. And again, he's a smaller receiver. That's always going to be a fight for him. And, South Carolina's got some big guys on the outside. I think that might have been Jalen Kilgore, who's a darn good player. Yeah, that's Kilgore. That's a good player. Guy OU recruited several years ago. But anyway, just, again, this isn't about Deion Burks is so bad. It's just there was this storyline that was created itself that, it's just the offensive line. There's other guys that need to do more. And that's why Oklahoma hasn't been able to run outside, because they've gotten nothing from the tight end blocking situation. Now, you hear, Caden Helms had a good game. Okay, I'm showing you Carson Kent making a nice block. It's amazing what you can do on the edge if your tight ends can at least keep a defensive end or an edge guy busy for a split second. It doesn't have to be long with a guy with Torrey Blaylock's speed. You just have to give him a little time to get wide.